Welcome to a world of might and magic, where the only limit is your imagination. Come along with us and find out what happens when you just roll with it.
Last time we uh, we spent a good first chunk of the session uh, figuring out how to bathe ourselves, whether it be through a local bathhouse or a river and some soap. Apparently,
Unfortunately,
oh, please go ahead.
uh, unfortunately, the chief of the miners did not accept my suggestion for them to go back to work.
It was adamantly rejected. So, taking the obviously superior route, Spoon and uh, wow, Spoon and Paige went to the river to bathe, where Krell, Mara, and Cassius chose to go to the bathhouse. I don't know why they would do that.
They went to the women and children section.
Yes, wherein Cassius tried to disguise his gender. It was that was quite the parade. We eventually made our way over to Mason Bloodmore's manor, whatever you want to call it. We took some time to plan ahead of time, just in case things went south. Cassius sneaking in the back, of course, and stealing all sorts of shit. Just
Everything not
anything he
glued
could get
to
his
the
hands on.
wall.
Just stealing a man's actual literal memories. And we had some lovely conversation with Mr. Bloodmore and this assassin over some food. A nice menu prepped for us by a cook that I cannot remember the name of, that I probably wrote down somewhere.
On my notes, I wrote that Cash is stealing everything not glued to the wall, and even the men's mementos.
That is what happened.
Alright, everybody gained their inspiration for the day.
I don't think I actually used mine last time.
Yep, I still have mine.
It's been a while since someone's actually used it, let alone for anything positive.
Well, most of the time, nothing positive happens, does it?
Usually. Then again, 9 times out of 10 we're using it in combat instead of like a skill check situation.
Didn't Cassius use it while he was being hunted down?
Yeah.
Did it do anything?
And he rolled one number lower, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
What a lovely mechanic.
God damn, you sound like you're a mile away.
I am. I walked
And you're
over to grab a drink.
Shaking tinfoil.
It's not tinfoil, it's plastic bags.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I gotta get soundproofing for this fucking room because it is horribly echoey. And every sound gets picked up by our microphone.
It's definitely worth the investment.
Yeah. But the question is, do I want to invest in PC parts or some soundproofing foam?
You can do both.
Yeah, I could if I had a job, but I don't. So step one is probably get a job.
Become a mugger. It's a job.
True.
Just not allowed by law.
I don't know, man. They seem to not really care that much. Look at cities like Detroit, like anywhere in New York City, basically.
Alright, so getting back on topic.
Sorry.
Cassius is over there stealing a literal man's memories. And we're sitting down to enjoy our vast supply of food provided to us by our companion Mason here.
Was anyone sitting at this table present when Mr. Hasoshi was trying to kill some of us? Like, who was he trying to kill amongst us?
Paige knows there's an assassin, but he doesn't know it's Hasashi.
Yeah, Paige
Gotcha.
had his back turned when Cassius was stolen.
Oh, gotcha. So
he,
Cassius was the only person he went for?
yeah.
Okay. So Cassius is the only person aware that this guy wants at least him dead.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, as you begin to imbibe your meal, everything you taste is like the highest quality restaurant level. Just, what's the word I'm looking for? Exquisite. Everything is damn near as perfect as it could possibly be.
Where did they buy this shit under here?
Well, the man's clearly got money.
The man's clearly got money. He does live in a big manor.
You still sound a mile away.
Really? I'm right here. Okay, hold on.
Using the shit mic again.
No, I'm using the USB mic, so it should be alright. I gotta mute it so it doesn't bomb when I try to move it.
The man has so much money, he's able to actually buy spices that in medieval society are expensive as shit.
Okay. I could. Oh, you know what? Actually.
We wait for him to fix his mic. How's everybody filling their plate?
Okay, is that any better?
You sound farther away now.
How?
You sound like you're speaking through the wall.
Alright, how about now?
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Much better.
Nice.
Okay. This is annoying, bro. I gotta start doing these sessions under like 30 blankets, otherwise it's just gonna keep getting worse. I just gotta get like a better mic. I gotta get a headset. That's what I gotta do.
Yeah, whatever. Float your boat. Yeah, Krell's definitely getting some of the mixed vegetables and a good amount of the, what was it, rainbow trout? River trout? Some kind of fish.
Spoon is just like taking a small bit of everything. Cause he's a real glut, you know, likes to eat all the food.
Paige is
But
doing
it's at a-
the same.
But we're at a fancy dinner, so I don't want to eat everything.
Yep, Mira's just gonna go for all the veggie options. She doesn't really trust the meat that's going on. I don't know. Eating meat at a vampire's house seems kind of sketchy.
That's a little vampist of you.
My man
Yeah.
just enjoys a rare steak every now and again. What's wrong with that? Like
True.
really rare, like
Yeah.
beef tartare rare.
God damn.
Like alive.
Preferably drinking it if he could.
Mm-hmm.
All in the name of good fun. And also survival.
Paige is eating a little bit of everything, but everything he knows it's more expensive, he's getting a little more.
It's really treating yourself. Again, can't blame you. Who knows when the next time we're gonna have a decent meal is.
True.
Who knows when we
Despite our
actually have
massive
a
amounts
shower?
of money, we're still walking around eating jerky and squirrel bits.
Hey, that's good eating right there. That's good eating. There's nothing wrong with jerky and squirrel bits. Right? That's all the nutrition you need.
I'm sure any scientist on the planet would disagree with you, but this is the
Well,
world of
they're not
science.
They're not Spoon of Squirrelstead, are they? I didn't think so.
Whose blood is 90% squirrel?
That is horribly offensive. For a man who hates squirrels, you're making a rather egregious claim.
And where squirrels are still out in the Vale somewhere, so who knows?
Where squirrels are still somewhere. Yeah.
A short while later, our chef for the evening, Sinclair, will return to the room with a vintage bottle of red wine to serve everybody. And he makes his way around the table, filling everyone's goblets.
I'm gonna sniff it before I drink it.
Yeah, is it like it's like a quality wine?
Does it smell like wine?
Definitely smells like wine.
How's
You
it
can
taste?
even get a little hint of the oak barrel that it was stored in.
Can Paige describe the wine like a wine expert?
You can certainly
Why
try.
do I need to
Are
roll-
you a wine expert?
Why do I need to roll to know if he knows anything about wine?
Nature?
Nature?
Maybe the better question is, what do you know about wine?
I don't know anything about wine except it's made of fruit.
How the fuck are you gonna apply that?
Yes, how are you gonna roleplay that?
Because believe me, I've tried. Rolling good on dice does not make you smarter, but I've tried.
That is true.
Unless you're rolling.
What's that word in English? Okay. Mr. Bloodborne, this is a very good wine. Which harvest is it from?
I want to say it's been in wood for maybe 60, 70 years.
That's longer than I've been alive.
Just spit it out.
No, that's just the sound I made.
Okay.
Yes, a very exquisite wine.
Yeah.
You sir, are a man of good taste.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, everything here seems to be in pretty good taste. I mean, fine manner, great food, good wine.
You humble me, my good man.
I don't think I do. It's an interesting, like, mind thingy to wonder how you could have this much and stay humble. I've been here before, and I have a hard time doing it, but I don't talk to a lot of people outside of Coliseum goers, so I suppose I wouldn't know. Or my wife. She's like the only other person I would speak to about this.
Well, when one has been alive as long as I have, you find that being kind is more often beneficial than making an ass of oneself.
You know what? I can respect that.
Wise words.
Yeah, wise words.
Paige
So,
has
like-
never met so much.
So
before.
aside from attending the temple, what do you do? Like, do you have hobbies?
I have a few. In fact, I have a whole room in my home that is designated for just such a hobby.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, it's actually this room down here. Someone just rapid picking the table. I've recently gotten into taxidermy.
Oh, is that right? That was once a career field of my own. Back when I was still a butcher for my hometown.
A butcher, interesting.
Yeah, I was the meats man. If you needed meats, you came to me, and sometimes you get kind of curious about the less usable animals that come in, and I just started stuffing them. I read some books on how to do it. It didn't turn out good, but I think it's what sparked my interest in wood carving, because I got good at that real fast.
That's quite the leap in hobbies.
Yeah, right. We'll think about it this way. I went from being a butcher to a Coliseum fighter. So,
Well, if you
Rack
think
your brain
about
on
it,
that
there's not too much difference there. You're putting blade to meat.
well, yeah, except one's already dead for the purpose of eating, and the other one is live and possibly trying to run away from you.
That's fair, I suppose.
Except for quite a while ago when I started adventuring, I was always a scholar on my hometown, so I know a little bit about everything, mostly magic.
Your definition of scholar is one of the strangest things I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I did study magic for many years.
I don't think that makes you a scholar, though.
What is the definition of a scholar if not someone who studies?
I think they're usually. Well, I would say you're a wizard because you're focused in one primary field. I think a scholar goes for a bunch of things.
Oh,
But
I did
who knows?
learn a bunch of.
Oh yeah. Well, what did you study for all those years?
Well, certain things are not worthy mentioning on the dinner table.
Is that what it is?
But I studied very much anatomy,
Oh,
medicine, nature.
okay. I can get behind that. I didn't know that about it. This is not one of the many things you've shared with me over the course of this journey.
Well, I'm not about commenting about with you the things I see falling out of people or with anyone.
By definition, Paige is actually the exact opposite of a scholar.
I fucking knew it!
It's two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, because one side is exactly opposite from the other. How'd you guess that one? Well, you never want to get caught up in arguments of semantics when you're having food. Well, how'd you amass your fortune, Mr. Bloodmore? How'd that come to be?
Well, it started many years ago when I got with a friend and we invested in a business, and from there we made a small fortune and continued investing. We've had some ups and downs throughout the years, but we came out on top for the most part.
So you were an investor. That's what I'm hearing.
For the most part, yes.
What type of
Oh.
business do you invest in?
Yeah, that's
Like the
that's
temple,
fair.
for instance. That's one of my many investments. I paid to have that arena constructed, in fact.
Oh, so you paid for that?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that explains why you're the head
Matron?
honcho there. Yeah. I amassed my fortune by fighting, as you would have expected. It's mostly dedicated to helping out the people of Squirrelstead these days, but, because I usually just earn money wherever I end up going. Usually in rather large amounts that I have a hard time spending. Do you know the first time I walked into the casino here, the temple, sorry, that I played your strange pull lever machines, and I somehow amassed your highest winnings 2 times in a row.
A curious endeavor. You must have some luck about you.
Yeah, luck is it's been in my family for a while. Some of us have really bad luck, like my son, and some of us have really good luck, like my sister. And then there's me. I'm kind of in the middle, where like sometimes I'm really lucky, and then sometimes I hit a guy and my sword snaps in half. You know, it just kind of happens. There's no explanation. I think
What's going on with that
I think the
dog?
Great Hunter just finds my family to be comedic.
I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna see what's going on with the dog.
Your
Okay.
dogs are freaking out. Now, I don't think this guy's evil, but he might be evil. That's it. That's the whole statement.
I'm curious if he knows about the Syndicate and stuff, but
Yeah,
probably be too risky to ask.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's somehow either part of them or if he at least has information on them. Because we wouldn't be here if this wasn't at least semi-significant, right?
Right.
I feel it's kind of metagamey, but like that's kind of, you know, that's the game we're playing.
I asked where type of investments. I was wondering if Sonny wouldn't just invest in a crime syndicate.
Oh, you know, just general musings, usually ones that can ruin people's lives. Nothing serious.
That car turned around in my driveway and he freaked out about it.
I see.
Okay.
We were just having general discussion
I assumed as much.
about the current going-ons.
So what is it exactly that you're looking to do in our humble town?
Oh, a friend of mine back home, or maybe an old rival, asked me to help him find some friends down
Some
here.
business associates he had.
Yeah. People he's not exactly happy with. He wants us to go and see if we can reclaim some old debts.
A noble cause for a rival.
Yeah, well, the guy he earned it. He was one of the only people to ever beat me in the ring. Aside from her, and I point at Krell.
I was waiting for that. I'm like, is he going to admit it or am I going to do it for him?
Yeah, that happened.
The small one bested you.
Look, alright, she's crafty.
I'm sure she is.
Magic is insane and I hate it, but at the very least, it can do some pretty cool shit. I mean, I've seen that literal, actual child Hulk out like a bear because of magic. And even now, I use it myself, having selectively been chosen by the Great Hunter. It's some interesting stuff.
Is that why you have a spectral hound following you around?
Yes, that is precisely why. That is an emissary of the Great Hunter, per se. He mostly just keeps an eye on me and lets me know of any good squirrels to hunt nearby. Hasn't told me about it in a while since there haven't been many squirrels down here.
I doubt you'll find any.
Not with that attitude. You never know. The were squirrels could have migrated down here.
You are definitely cut from another cloth, my man.
Another. No, I'm cut from the same cloth. It's just the part that got a little too wet and miscolored.
Squirrel chewed on it.
Yeah, exactly. A squirrel chewed on it. Ugh.
And what of the rest of you? What draws you here?
Oh god.
Just kind of look around.
Well, since I left my village due to some misunderstandings with the locals, I met with this fella here, and I point his spoon, and we've been traveling together. His objectives tend to be very beneficial to my side, since I'm in
He-
search of something that it's very hard to come by.
He's effectively a mercenary that also likes to eat my food that I get. That's basically it.
A curious
I do-
occupation for one of such small stature, but who am I to judge?
He's got a lot of weird shit going on.
Don't we all?
I suppose so.
Oh, until now, it has proven very beneficial, this relationship of ours.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it, I mean, you can. Beneficial.
Leeching.
Yeah, alright.
Gambling massive amounts of money on you?
Raising the dead corpses of the people I kill.
A very late healer.
Yeah, true.
And for me, I just kind of met these guys in a inn one day, and they're talking about their journey, and decided to kind of tag along and see what work I could find, and yeah, just kind of help them out.
And I follow the big oaf around and make sure he doesn't die.
She follows me around because I helped her avenge her clan. That's why she follows me around.
Okay, I suppose it's part of it.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to give Spoon an inch.
So, Mr. Bloodmore, how do you feel about how the city is run? Are you liking the direction it's going, or?
It's alright for my own means, but honestly, it could be better.
How did you find yourself down here, or were you born down here?
It was a great many years ago, but I did move here. One grows tired of I'm looking for dark places to hide in the overworld.
So you want to go live where it is dark.
Yes, I no longer have to worry about one of my greatest enemies.
I see. Huh. I suppose I can relate to that.
Is there anyone you'd suggest in the city we have to meet? Like any notable figures or quirky characters? Something like that?
No one springs to mind immediately, but if you're looking for, I don't know, a specific purveyor, I could probably point you in the right direction.
Good to know.
Information is the most valuable currency when you're in our field.
Inaccurate statement. And it usually doesn't come cheap.
Yes, but money is not really an issue. Or maybe it's favors that people with information want. Those are usually a bit harder to do, but, it's not impossible. But if you could solve something with either a transaction of money or paper, I feel like we all know what we'd pick. Wait, what the fuck did I just say? I said money or paper. No. Money or favors. That's what I meant to say.
Not inaccurate. I myself prefer diplomacy over bloodshed.
Yes. Well, even me as a gladiatorial brute don't really prefer bloodshed. But, if it pays, you kinda gotta. Usually I end up with jobs where we end up on the more morally white side of things.
Yeah, Paige has how many evil wizard spellbooks at this point?
I'm not saying we're pure good boys. I'm just saying that we don't usually murder innocent people. Usually.
Say for yourself.
I remember a
Yeah, I
handful of
know.
sessions ago where you beat several innocent commoners unconscious.
I didn't kill them though, did I? It was for the greater good.
For the greater good.
AKA letting some criminals go. Some of them... Well, one of them... I think the kid was just like a bread thief, right?
Medicine thief.
Medicine thief. That's even worse.
I keep thinking of what to say, but I can't think of any. My brain is square.
Yes, I mean, what more can you ask for than good dinner conversation at a good dinner?
Agreed. As Crow leans against the back of her chair, now clearly stuffed.
Is this a frequent thing you do, Mr. Bloodmore? Asking the winners of your competition to come eat with you?
Only the ones that intrigue me.
I see.
What do you find so intriguing about us?
I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it feels like you lot are destined for something great.
I mean, there's no... What's not intriguing about a massive buff man fighting alongside a literal child goblin. If that's not intriguing, I don't know what is.
Admittedly, yes.
God damn it!
You playing with pointy objects again?
No, I'm not playing with pointy objects. somehow my drink has firmly sealed itself shut.
The hell?
I don't know what happened. I'm not stupid. It's just stuck on there. God damn you, Coca-Cola Company.
You probably shook it up too much, and the carbonation's causing too much pressure. There it goes.
See, that's what I thought too, but there was barely any carbonation released when I opened it.
Digital games have spoiled me, and now I am too afraid to risk asking anything.
I
I
mean,
don't have a save option.
when
Doesn't
you
want to
can't
risk
quick
the
save.
whole operation with a dumb statement.
Yeah, not having the ability to quick save is surely a threat. That's for sure. Because we can't just. So what? We can't pull like the Fallout New Vegas tactic of. So what do you know about this group? Oh fuck! I failed. Better load my save.
At least this isn't like second edition, where you could die to any trap at any time by failing one save.
Hmm. Yeah. Yes. I can agree with that statement.
Doesn't
That
matter how
sounds
much
pretty
health
cool.
you had. It's just like, oh, you got hit with poison darts and you're dead now.
It didn't do any damage. You just die. There is no save. Every trap was a power word kill.
Pretty much. Well, usually they do some amount of damage, but back then poison was a big killer because like nothing resisted it, and most people didn't carry antidotes, and you had to have the antidote to the specific poison.
Oh, sure.
So it was a whole thing.
And how often would that occur? I imagine not very.
And that's why people started playing Drow like super frequently.
Were they immune to poison?
They're resistant.
Oh, okay.
At least they were back then. I don't know if they still are. I haven't rolled the Drow in a while. Mostly because they get that fucking sunlight sensitivity. And not every adventure takes place in the dark.
Yeah, a lot of them take place not in the dark. Keys.
Oh, no,
Is there
they don't
anything
have
else
it
we
anymore.
want to ask this guy?
I'm running through my mental palace trying to figure out what I could say, but it's just not coming to me.
No.
My 1.5 remaining brain cells are arguing about what to ask.
Because I feel like we could maybe get something about the Syndicate out of this guy, but like, how would we word that?
In a way that doesn't...
It doesn't make
Really?
it seem like we're a bunch of vigilantes trying to hunt down a secret crime organization.
Pretty much, yeah.
Should we actually just ask? Say, oh, we heard the rumors of a organization. Do you know about this one?
I mean, hey, if you want to be that guy, you can. I'm not gonna stop you.
Maybe just mention the execution thing we saw, but not say we were part. No, never mind. Thought we say we saw it, but we weren't involved in it.
Yeah, that might be on the table. Us having a planning phase in the middle of the dinner. I don't know. This is a ringer.
See, I'm
We
the
could-
dinner, a powerful vampire. What do I ask?
What kind of questions do we ask him? Of course, there's always the just man up and ask the question. But, like, what if he ends up being part of them? Then we might have to fight a vampire. And nobody wants to fight a vampire.
Okay, Spoon, choose a number out of 4.
Just roll a d4.
Oh, yeah, just do that. That's a dice that exists in the game.
All dice
Okay.
exists. You can roll a d1000 if you wanted to.
Yep.
That is true, yeah. I forgot that Roll20 has, like, every command under the sun.
Okay, choose a number between 1 and 4.
Bro. Oh, you're gonna have me choose it and then roll the dice?
Yep.
I'll go with 2. That's a 4.
4. What does 4 mean?
I don't know, I assumed you came up with some kind of setup before you rolled things.
If the yes, I did. If the number rolled was the one Spoon chose, I was going to ask about the Syndicate straight up.
And that was it? That was your only plan?
Yep.
Alright, fuck it. No, one more thing, Mr. Bloodmore. A bit of a rumor from that friend or rival I mentioned earlier. He spoke tale of some sort of criminal squad that goes far deeper than it appears. Would you happen to know anything about that? Or something like that?
Well, I don't typically associate myself with the lowlifes of the city. Nothing seems to come to mind.
Well, if you think about it, the whole place is low life because you live under the. You know what? It was funny in my head.
Yeah. What's the name of the organization again?
I don't remember. It was the something Syndicate.
I think it was just the Syndicate.
Maybe.
Be staring at Mason. Does his face change when they start talking about this?
Mason is absolutely stone-faced.
Okay. What about the guy across from me?
Perception check.
Yeah, actually, Mr. Hisashi. From the way you put your token page, I just imagine you're like standing on the table.
Since how small Page is, he probably has one of those children's chairs.
Yeah,
So
got,
that's
High chair.
he's got like a high chair.
But, you catch a quick eye raise out of Satoshi at the mention of the Syndicate.
Okay.
I think some of the people he's having us find were either part of them now or were part of them at some point. So I was just seeing if I could get anything out of you. Looks like that's not the case, but what can you really do?
What indeed? Well, it appears that our party here has concluded their feasting for the evening.
Yeah, it would seem so.
Is there anything else you need of me before I retire for the evening?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm out of lore and trivia to share.
Yeah, we found out about a sister that didn't exist an hour ago.
So she definitely did, and I've definitely mentioned her before.
don't have it anywhere in my notes.
I promise you it has happened. Or maybe it happened in my brain, because I did in fact make up a sister for him like a couple months back.
Alright, he'll stand up from his seat and push his chair in and begin to stroll to the door.
I guess the only thing left to do, I wanna look at Satoshi and be like, so I know you fought in the Colosseums, but do you do like anything else? Like, what do you do for fun?
Whichever pays mostly.
Gotcha, mercenary. I can appreciate that.
In dire need of cash or just a love for the money?
Ooh,
I do what gets me by.
I can respect that.
I gotta bring up Cassius's character sheet here because he's gotta be making some rolls to get out of this situation.
Oh no.
He's in a pretty tough spot right about now.
He is right where Mason is heading.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
But, Crow will get up from the table and begin heading towards the door as well.
I suppose Spoon will as well.
Sage will
Cassius
follow.
is gonna make a perception check. God damn. That is a
plus
lot of...
9%.
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
I
Jesus.
feel very envious of rogues.
I think he has expertise for it.
Rogues.
Yeah, he's got expertise in it. Along with stealth.
Of course.
Ironically enough, his wisdom is actually higher than his dexterity. Well, he does have far more levels in cleric than he does rogue.
Is that right?
So yeah, he manages to detect the party moving through this area, headed towards the door. And let's see if he can get back out that window undetected. It's still within an hour, so he still has his path without trace. So he is gonna make his exit from the premises completely undetected, having stolen a bunch of Mason's mementos.
I feel bad for the guy.
Went into this thinking that he was going to be some kind of villain. He just wasn't. Now, I'm the asshole. Let's get the hell out of here. I want my weapons back.
Feeling a little naked without your stabbing implements?
But yeah, yes, very. I mean, I could punch people pretty good, but I would prefer to be able to stab them.
Especially considering that we're here with a vampire and a man we don't know is an assassin.
Exactly. Anything and everything could be going horribly wrong, and I would prefer if it didn't do that.
Well, this is where I will let you be on your way. Have a good evening.
Splendid evening, Sir Mason.
Yeah, you as well.
And I'll
Thank you for the meal.
You're most welcome. Headed down the hall towards his bedroom.
Gotta get my stabbies. retrieve stabby materials from umbrella basket.
Well, just your javelin.
Just my javelin, because that's the one I brought. We had this whole teleportation scheme lined up. And it was going to be incredible in case we ever actually ended up fighting anything. And like, oh, he's only got this wimpy little javelin, and then boom, sword out of nowhere.
Hell, in
Just
an
getting
hour's worth of time, Krell could make a butter knife a murder weapon.
I suppose she could, yes. I'd never thought about it like that.
Yeah, that's why she specifically removed her dagger of venom as her hex weapon. So if need be, she could make another hex weapon.
That makes sense.
I love how I couldn't think of a single question before, but the moment I heard the butter knife, I started making a rogue character, which uses butter knives as their weapon.
Boy, that sounds like...
Oh,
That's,
make
what's
our
the
way back
Sense of
out
theme.
to the city.
there's a specific subclass I have in mind, but I can't even think of it right now.
Alright, we back out on the city streets, still dressed in our formal attire, and most of us are lacking any type of weapon.
He still has his...
I do have this duffel bag filled with wine and a javelin, though.
Yeah, the
I
wine
have
you
nothing
brought
on
for
the
literally no reason, it never even bothered to...
Hey, now it's Molotov cocktails.
Or, just fancy wine to drink.
Or drinking wine, but that's boring.
Alright, where should we head next?
I believe...
back to the abandoned house to get everything up.
Yes, I believe the task is homeward, so I can put my armor back on and have my weapons.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah, Paige brought everything with him, and he's just going to throw his robes on top of his suit.
Never get sick of it.
Alright, make
How
our way
could you?
back to the house we've been squatting in the last few days.
When entering combat, what action would it be to just throw my robes out to reveal that I'm in suit? Like a free action or a bonus one?
Probably free action.
A
I
free
guess it would
action
really depend on the
deal.
context of you doing that.
I'm just imagining the Wandering Knight appears playing in the background. No one knows what that is, but that's okay. I know what it is, and it's funny to me. You know what? No, that's good music. I'm gonna link that.
Go for it.
I'd have to actually find it first.
Alright. Krell's definitely getting out of her fancy dress.
Yes, Spoon intends to get out of the suit, put it into his bag, and get into his armor.
I missed that 16 AC.
Yes.
I never felt so naked before.
I'm much more comfortable now that I have my 19 AC.
Uh-oh. I just broke the box I put my dice in.
What'd you do that
You're a
for?
fool. You're a fool.
Also, why a box?
It's not a box, it's a little thing I put the dice in.
Is it a dice box?
It's not a dice box, it's just a... It's a thing made of plastic that is in a cone format.
I see.
and I was playing with it, and I broke it.
And my
Well,
dice box actually doubles as a dice tray. It's a false
I
book.
I use the discarded top half of a Yu-Gi-Oh box set. I distinctly remember purchasing this box set because it has the deck that I currently use, despite the fact that I do not play the game anymore.
At the risk of derailing us, what kind of deck is it?
It is a Dark Magician deck focused around getting the card Eternal Soul, which is a
Oh
trap
yeah,
card.
I run that kind of deck too.
It's such a like asshole tactic because as soon as you get it on the field, like you can't. It's over.
Yeah, that and the circle.
Yeah.
So you
I
special
used to
summon the
be-
Dark Magician, banish your opponent's card, and they just can't stop you.
It used to be. I used to run a Blue Eyes deck, but I don't anymore.
Yeah, the latest updates to that, there's just too many of them, too much going on. Your deck's filled with too many high levels.
Yeah.
Alright, back on topic. I assume we're preparing to go to sleep for the evening.
That does sound
Yes.
correct. Yes.
Yep.
It's been a busy day of shopping and carousing with the nobles. And once again, the evening passes, at least what we assume is evening, without much going on. And we awake to what do we assume is the next morning. You're being down here so long, your sense of time is starting to get skewed. Your biological
boy.
clock can no longer tell what time it should be outside the world. And it's always
I wonder if
late.
they have some sort of way of telling time down here. Maybe we should go to the general store and ask for like a clock or something. You know what? That's step one. that's the goal today. I'm gonna go to the store and ask for like a watch, like a stop or not a stopwatch, but like any sort of way to tell time down here.
Not a bad idea. On our agenda should also be residence that isn't literally four walls.
Maybe.
We've definitely got the coin for it.
Yes, we could get a nice hotel, perhaps.
Well, maybe even buy some semi-permanent residence.
And of course, our main task, which we are yet to make much progress on.
Should we buy Green Manor?
Well, it definitely couldn't hurt to have some sort of base of operations.
Yeah, we could buy like a hut, a sizable hut. But like step one is figuring out about time. So Spoon's gonna head out in the morning, quote unquote, to go and see if he can't find a clock of some kind. Preferably at the general store.
There literally are no time-telling devices.
None?
Yeah, there's not even mention of them in all the item shop info I have.
What the fuck?
Like, not even a sundial or something.
Is there any Underdark lore that tells them how they figure out time?
It probably should have. I mean, Forgotten Realms is one of the biggest lores there is.
Yeah, surely there's gotta be something.
They just guess.
They just kind of figure it out.
I mean, I would imagine Drow and the other creatures that are originate from the Underdark probably have some innate sense of
Maybe
when
they,
time
maybe
is.
they just have a better internal clock than us.
The other races just follow around the Drow schedule.
Maybe time just doesn't matter in the Underdark. Maybe that's what it is.
That could also be something. I feel lost.
You're not alone. Maybe they don't need time. Vigorously trying to find how they tell time in the Underdark.
It's something that has to do with magic.
Maybe. That seems possible. Yeah, you'd think they'd develop, like, a magic clock that just kind of knows. I mean, you could do all sorts of other crazy shit with magic. Why not a clock?
It's not on the spell list, so you can do it.
Improvised spells.
Yeah, I was just kidding.
I don't know. I don't even know if 5th edition has those. I don't even know if D&D in general has improvised spells.
Well, there's always homebrew,
There's always homebrew.
which I'm
Luck
not
me.
completely
Guess in
against.
You want to homebrew a spell about how time works in the Underdark? A
Should
magic
Paige-
clock.
Should Paige just create a spell called Clock Time?
Yeah, I mean, you remember that? You remember
Well,
when
you are a
one
wizard,
time-
and chronomancy is a thing that exists.
There was that one time when, what was it? When they were trying to get Majin Buu to stand still for an hour, so Piccolo just summoned an hourglass. I'm just saying, it's possible.
But fuck it, what will it cost for Paige to create a spell that tells time?
What?
Time and coin.
Okay, how much time, how much coin?
I'd have to put some actual thought to that, but the best description I could find for keeping time in the Underdark was tracking bioluminescent plants going through their cycles of relative dark and light. And that creates
What?
a 25-hour clock.
Oh, fuck. So we could carry some bioluminescent plants around in like a lantern.
That would work, but you'd have to keep the plants alive.
Ugh. I guess it's not that important.
Can I use animate that on the plant?
Oh, there you go.
Technically.
You know
Well,
what?
it
so-
works the same way.
You know what? Maybe we should just go see a realtor before I have an aneurysm. Don't they have those? They have realtors where you can buy a hut?
They most definitely do have a realtor.
Alright then, let's make that our primary objective. Time should come later.
Just figuring out the flow of time in the world should be it.
Do you write a realtor?
Yes, I wrote a realtor.
No. How do you write one?
Realtor.
Ah, fuck.
It's phonetically correct.
Time to go lay on the charm.
Alright, so you wander around the trade district for a while. Until you eventually find a realty office.
Perfect. As he does, Spoon is just gonna walk in unannounced.
Behind the counter is a lavender-colored tiefling woman of diminutive stature, wearing big blocky glasses on a tiny face enshrouded by a cloud of white hair. Well, hello there.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite lovely, thank you. How about yourself?
As about as good as I could be. I got a squad of about 5 people, give or take, and we're looking for somewhere to just settle down at the moment. Somewhere cheap where we could all kind of fit.
Well, you've definitely come to the right place.
Okay.
I'm Carlotta
Well,
Griswold, by the way. Realtor and dabbler in the knitting arts.
I see. I'm a Spoon.
A curious name. Where is this accent going?
I don't see why that would be curious. It's just my name.
So do you know what kind of house you'll be looking for? We have several on the market these days.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, so we're looking for something relatively small with a decent amount of space. Not like we're not looking for anything huge, but something at least semi-accommodating for 5 people.
Alright, and about what are you looking to spend?
Oh, jeez.
We have a pretty big
We've got-
budget.
Yeah, we've got a lot of money. I'd say somewhere in the realm of like, what is it? It's
10,000 gold.
10. I'm not gonna blow all my money on the house. I'd say somewhere in the realm of like 1,000 to 2,000 gold, maybe.
You could definitely get a smaller house from that. Not sure if it'll be enough to fit your party of 5, but
Well, then maybe you could just run some prices by me, and we can figure. Because I'm working with 10,000, but I just gave you a ballpark number.
well, I think we're working at closer to 30,000.
Oh well,
actually.
I've got 10,000 on me. Sorry.
And Krell's got 1250 on her.
Yes.
12,500.
We're working-
12,800.
We're working on a fairly large budget.
Cassius has
almost
quite a large
30,000.
amount of money too, as does Paige.
I see.
I think I spent the most out of mine.
Our general budget as a group is sitting on like 30,000 range.
We do have some smaller houses in the 1,000 to 2,000 range that I can think of. But again, the matter is space.
Yeah, so maybe you could run some prices by me of your housing, and of the houses that kind of fit the general set I'm looking for, and we can figure it out from there.
Well, the first house I have in mind is a little 2-bedroom. It's a very open floor plan, so you can do a whole lot with it.
And what's the cost on that?
I believe it's going for 1,000 gold at the moment.
2-bedroom, open floor plan.
Oh, we really
How-
prepared the house.
Prepared
Oh.
several houses.
Oh, I mean, how many? We could sleep. Krell can sleep on she could sleep in like a dresser drawer easily.
But does she
You just
want to?
You can give her nice blankets and a pillow. It'll be fine.
Which room of these two is bigger? That's one per page.
They're exactly the same.
You're small.
You could sleep on a big table.
Okay, the house entry is here, right?
The bottom left.
Okay, the bottom left here. Okay, so this is probably the bathroom. Two rooms.
It's a utility room. You can use it for whatever, but a bathroom's not a bad idea.
We could, in here in the living room, just put another of those rooms, build a little wall. On
Well,
here too.
I mean, this could probably work.
I do have other houses on the market.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's see them.
Might as well
Bring
see
up-
them all.
Might as well.
Another one in the slightly different neighborhood, a little more well off.
Uh,
It is a 3-bedroom with lots of utility space and even a small stable.
okay, not bad.
We could put Maurice in there. Get
Yeah,
him back
hopefully,
to
of course,
the
that's still alive.
Yeah, we just kind of been ignoring his existence for quite some time.
Maybe I could dedicate a day to go and getting him back.
Well, at least a couple hours.
yeah,
Assuming
true.
he's still there.
Yeah, it's not like that far of a walk. Okay.
How come is there grass on the Underdark?
You assume it's grass.
An intellectual would call it not grass.
Touch grass.
Most
Touch.
people would assume it's some kind of moss or algae.
Well, I'm not most people, am I?
Neither am I.
Neither of you were born here, so.
Exactly. I'm not too sure about this one. What else do you got?
She begins flipping through books, going through what else is on the market. I have a couple others that are of similar make as the two I've shown you so far. Then we have a little bit more of a pricey option, but well worth it.
Well,
It
Well-
is a 2-floor estate, actually.
okay, not bad.
Plenty of room for all of your group, as well as many. What's the word I'm looking for? Additional rooms for whatever you may need them for. Multi-purpose rooms, as they were.
Oh, okay. I see. What's the price on that?
This one's going for 5,000 currently.
Okay, that's pretty in my budget.
We could share if it's too expensive.
Yeah, we can most
I mean,
definitely
I could-
share.
5,000. I've got.
I mean,
I've
share.
got
I mean, what's the word?
money.
Use our monies together. I don't know. I forgot the real word.
Hey, 5,000. 5,000. I've got that on me.
And a house
Yeah,
this size would definitely house us all comfortably and provide us with all types of means of setting up for our investigations, preparing for combat, storing equipment.
Yeah,
what?
you know
I
what?
like this house.
I think this is our best bet.
You're gonna make
Yep.
a heist room, aren't you?
Can I just pay you up front? Is that an option?
Yes.
Sick. So 5,000. That'd be 500 platinum pieces.
Yep.
Done deal.
And what would you like to name your new home?
Oh God. What did? Oh, I'm trying to remember what we named our group.
I have it written down. Where is it?
It's
The
opposite of
division.
the division.
And Paige is already claiming a room.
Oh jeez. What are we gonna call it? I don't know.
We can always come back to that. It's not necessary immediately.
Yeah.
But I do still have an editable version of this, so I can add in furniture when we decide to buy things and put things in.
Yes. Perhaps that's what this day is dedicated to. Getting furniture and getting this house prepped for us. Yeah, I just like grab a big fucking squirrel pouch and it's filled to the brim with coin. Should be about 500 platinum pieces for you. Which I
Oh wow, you
believe
were just carrying that around.
I sure was. I hit. I came down here with the intent to live here forever.
Alright then. I'll get the proper documents in order while you head over to the place.
Awesome.
You're just going
Oh.
to abandon squirrels then?
I was lying.
Okay.
Where, oh, one more thing. Where could we buy some furniture for the place?
I think there's a wood carver in town.
Oh, goody. I suppose I can find it on my own. Shouldn't be too hard. I'm smart. I'm a smart guy. I can figure it out.
Alright, anyone else want
Thank
to
you
claim
for your
rooms?
I appreciate it. Okay.
I just noticed there's a small room here.
Yeah, there are a couple of nooks and crannies for storage, like over here near this kitchen area, and over here.
This room has no door.
Pages already.
That's because it's an atrium. There's no floor there. It just looks down into the room on the bottom floor.
Oh, I see.
So you can put tall things in there, like plants, or, I don't know, an altar to one of our various gods. Who the fuck
Well-
knows? We'll figure it out.
We've got a house now, and it's a pretty fucking nice house.
Yep.
I guess the next step is getting it furnished.
Yeah. So we go about walking through our new abode, checking out the various rooms, making plans for different things.
I want this one. I don't know why, but I want that one.
So write your name on that
Where's my text tool? There it is.
on the left.
Yeah. Why is it so small?
We could use one of the rooms to put a lot of zombies.
Well, that's definitely too big now. That's also too big. There we go. Oh, that's too big also.
Krell, take this bottom room here.
Why can't I type? Oh, why'd the text in it? Why'd it come out so small? What the fuck?
You have to raise it, the font size.
I did raise the font size. Am I just
You gotta get it up to like 32.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Mine is on
Well, that
40.
Well, now I don't know how to get rid of it.
Hold on, I can edit.
I'm a fool. Fine, 32 it is.
There we go.
There you go. Awesome. Now, what about now Cassius and Myra need to pick
Yep.
theirs.
Yeah.
Cassius, Keith. And then the question becomes, what do we want to do with all the other rooms?
Yeah. Well, a house
We could
this
get,
big,
like,
we could definitely employ staff members to look over our humble abode,
Oh, hell yeah.
perform various services for us.
A little bit of metagame, since Paige would never say that. We could hire those orphans as employees, since they would be living in a nice house.
Paige would absolutely, happily say that we should hire orphans. Don't try and act like he wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't use the word hire.
Oh yeah, he would use the word hire.
Never
He'd
use
use
the word. But
Paige, on the other
I
hand, would definitely argue for that, because that's a good idea.
But I meant in a kind way of the orphans wouldn't have to live in the slums.
We wouldn't hire them. We would invite them to live in a house that's the size of not 2 people.
Yep.
Those kids lived in a house that was maybe slightly tall enough for Spoon to stand in.
Pretty much. But, yeah, they could definitely be a good use of time, smuggling those 2 children into the city.
I'm down for that.
I think
Paige could just bring the 2 of them visible, if we cared.
that is true.
Well, that's why my Discord's been pinging for like 20 minutes.
What?
Longer than 20 minutes. I have an hour. The thing you posted.
Oh. Does Discord ping you multiple times for the same thing?
Yeah, I have it remind me if I haven't looked at it yet.
Gotcha. That's the song I was talking about earlier.
It's mostly just in case someone messages me that they can't come or whatever. It's like, hey, you need to know this.
This is pretty important.
Oh. So what are
yeah, I
plans for these rooms as of the moment?
Okay. I think we could make... I think all of our rooms should be on the first or the second floor. So
Yeah, it's not a bad
I think
idea.
like this could be Cassius's, and then if we do go and get those children, this could be their room. They could share a room.
I love how the player playing the evil character remembers.
Decided, yeah, we could take it. I totally forgot. No, I remembered them because I asked about what the kid stole. So it mostly becomes, how we get, is this just a space? Like, that doesn't look like a room we could get into.
It's a atrium with the floor below.
Oh, gotcha. Atrium.
Yeah, I think this atrium, the one with the big room, should be the place of, luxury with a fireplace, a big sofa, books.
Like, so
Some
like
plants.
these 2
plants.
rooms here could probably function as like storage spaces. Like this could be like our armory. We could put like our general items here, like our bags and our potions and our food.
Well, we have a fully
Yeah.
functioning kitchen down there.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Why didn't I think of that?
Should we have a bathroom upstairs too?
Yeah, we should definitely
Yeah.
have at least one bathroom in the house.
We should probably have, like, 2 of those at the very
Yeah.
least.
This room right besides the entrance, very small, should probably be filled with zombies for invaders.
I don't agree with that. I just don't agree with that. I think
Yeah,
we could.
I don't vibe well with having several corpses just chilling in our new house.
That means our bottom floor is gonna fucking stink. You said this was the kitchen space, right?
No, it's the only thing that has furniture in it.
Oh, right. Of course. Why wouldn't it be that? Duh. So that's the kitchen.
So maybe put the dining room here.
Yeah, probably. Dining room there. So this space here would probably function as like a pantry, so we could put our foods and whatnot there.
This room could be made into an armory.
Maybe, yeah. If the room upstairs didn't be, I guess these could be bathrooms of some kind. These 2 up here.
Not a bad idea.
If this is our armory, then we have these 2 and these 2 small ones left, and also this. I don't know what this is, but it's there.
Well, it can be wherever
Oh,
we
we
want
could,
it to be.
We could on one of these to build a greenhouse to make healing potions.
Not a bad
Oh,
idea.
yeah. And also those bioluminescent plants that tell time.
I was thinking of putting them here on the luxury room.
Oh, sure. Someone would just have to go in there to take care of them. We could make clocks out of plants. That's insane. Just put them into lanterns and kind of get a feel for it.
Well, yeah, we could definitely use some kind of green room. So we have
Can
at least
we-
2 people that are proficient in,
Nature.
well, not just nature, but lost the word for it. Herbalism kits.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a way to make my unseen servant a permanent addition to the house?
I don't think so, given the wording of the spell. But again, we
Oh,
can always hire
maybe-
staff.
And maybe if you had like what's the word? A glyph of warding, maybe. That he could that you put unseen servant on.
But I don't think that's how they
Yeah,
get
that's
ward
not really
work.
how that works.
But it'd be funny and cool.
You open the chest and a servant explodes that does everything you want for an hour.
I'm just saying.
I mean, could you maybe humble something to make the unseen servant a permanent addition to the house?
We could just hire
Yeah,
staff.
we could just hire a person.
Look, hire a person, money, unseen servant, free. Got a bit of string
Just a
and
little
wood.
bit- a little bit of string.
If it lasts an hour and only one of us has access to it.
Yeah, yes, that's why they want to make it permanent. Maybe a spirit attached to the house or something.
Oh, so you want to bring our new house ghosts? Thanks.
Look, I'm a mage. I want the place where I live to be specially magical.
We could use an unseen servant to get like the work done that does like the work that isn't heavy lifting. Like we could put in furniture and cook and whatever,
Clean.
but like the unseen servant, he could water plants and
Clean.
Perform
Sweet.
mundane tasks.
exactly.
I just want to put on the
An hour,
Permanent
an hour's
beyond the
plenty
house.
of time to do all that.
Oh no, I want a way to put it permanently on the house. Maybe not exactly this spell, but something like it.
I think the
Just
best
have
you
a
can
mage
get.
hand cousin it running around.
I think if you want a permanent addition to the house that functions as a person that does work, that's called a maid.
Okay then.
That's the best we're gonna get.
Oh wow, my volume is way down.
And should
we
we have
should
a space that's like a workshop area?
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Maybe? It's kind of like you can tinker and do
Whetstone
stuff.
shit.
Alright, let me just write down some things that we're just
yeah,
spitballing at the moment.
We are making we made 2 bathrooms, but we should have a bath room, a place to shower.
Yeah, I think that's why we have 2 separate. One for
Yeah,
using
one's
facilities
a
and one for bathing.
One's a master bathroom and one's for, you know, just
Bath.
a bathroom.
What other ideas did we spitball?
A greenhouse, an armory, and then I think for those 2 rooms up there, we said bathrooms. One's a master and one's not.
I'm more referring to like locations where we're going to stick them.
Oh, right. I think we said, like,
Yeah, and living room for here on the entry.
this could be our greenhouse.
Which one?
This one. And got the living room / leisure space over there. Ears, man.
I have no idea if I spelt that right.
It's close enough. The armory would be this one.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
look
think.
right.
That doesn't look right.
Alright, do I know?
I think we said the armory would be this one. So then I guess our workshop. I still don't know what this room in the middle here is, but I think our workshop would be this one. And now we've got a couple of spare rooms, probably for
Storage.
storage and other general things.
Yeah. We'll figure out uses for them as time goes on.
Exactly.
We just got weirdly triumphant.
I think one of them could be the room we meet into. We could put like a big table in here, and that's where we plan things.
Like a war room.
Yeah, war room. That's it.
Be sweet.
That's where all of our planning phases take place.
Do we ever plan?
We do. Do
We-
things ever go to plan?
We plan things surprisingly a lot, but usually for the wrong thing. This is.
Cassius and I are going to use this room in the future for raiding things.
Now it's time for the other money spending portion of this journey. It's to hire a contractor and get this entire house furniturized, furnished, that's the word.
And hire staff.
And hire staff.
And bring the orphans.
Yeah.
Or at least make the offer, since we can't bring them here if they don't want.
Yeah. You can't kidnap children, Paige.
Well, I mean, we can.
We can, but should we?
I think this is
Yes.
like a Peter Pan situation. We're taking them away to a better life.
True.
Also, since we're going to live here, shouldn't we search for a way to get rid of our bounties before it spreads to the bigger city?
I mean, yeah. Is there like a head honcho man we could go to just pay off our bounties?
Very
Before
likely.
we get to prison.
At least the
Not
2 of you that have material bounties.
Oh yeah, one of us just wanted dead.
The Cassis is wanted for information.
Oh, gotcha. Wallet over alive.
But yeah, we should
What we
definitely
should
look.
probably do.
Some jobs that we should definitely keep an eye out for people to serve would be like a general cleaner, like a butler or maid, to just do all the general shit around the house.
Probably at least a couple, because, cleaning an entire manor by yourself kind of sucks.
Probably a steward to organize all of our various workers and going-ons about the house. Clerk to handle our money.
It's all adding up.
Someone to run our kitchen. And
Oh,
probably
and-
some
and-
kind of security.
I'm the security. Don't get it twisted.
But we're not always home.
That is true. Damn it.
Since we're going to have
Pay them like
a permanent base, couldn't we use as a means to receive the payment from the mine that we have a share?
oh, there
It
you
was a
go.
good idea, actually. Now we have a permanent residence where they can send us our money.
So maybe we could make this room our like vault.
There we go.
Definitely gonna get like a ton of safes to just put in there. Make the combinations absolutely absurd.
Fill the room with glyphs of warning.
Like one of the fill it with like trip molotovs and shit. Got that figured out. Now we just what other rooms do we have?
We have a couple small storage rooms.
Yeah, we've got those left, and we've got the two other bedrooms up here.
Yeah. For when Cassius picks his, and if and when we abduct children.
Or politely ask them to come with us.
I said if or when.
All right. But I think before, do we have to pay for staff accommodations as well?
Probably. We probably should have allotted a room for that.
Ugh.
Can they just live in the class?
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. We could probably have like this room, since it's more secure, over here be the
Oh,
hall.
true. Yeah, it's small. And then we could
Small,
put like a shit ton
secure.
of bunk beds in here.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. So this is the staff room. Okay.
Alright, so
I imagine we're like schizophrenically talking about this in the war room before there's a table in there.
just kind of sitting around just sitting around the room, leaning up against the wall, just throwing around like a leather softball or something. Just bouncing ideas off each other.
Alright, cool. Now, we gotta get furniture in this place. That is like the step one. We can't sleep without something to sleep on. So,
So I suppose we should start with how we're decorating each of our rooms. That was more of a
Pose.
question.
Skulls everywhere.
a lot of options. What is Spoon's aesthetic? Lots of brown. Probably like a pelted rug.
What a future mage would have in his room.
Couple of maybe like one dresser for the things I don't have to store.
Page still likes to study, he doesn't like using for other people.
Need a desk for me to do my wood carving on, and to write letters, as if I write letters.
You wrote a couple.
I have written a couple. I wrote one for the people in Squirrelstead for my son's funeral. I don't remember the other one I wrote. I think I wrote one other.
You wrote one to the girl at the orphanage.
Yes, that is correct. Well. Let's see. Got like a desk up against the wall with the bed facing this way, and like a nightstand for the bed there. This is too much.
What about Myra? How she's decorating her room? Myra?
Oh, sorry, I totally just zoned out. I was just listening. Sorry, what did you say?
I asked what kind of things were you going to decorate your room with?
Okay, just some basic stuff. She wouldn't go too fancy, just more practical. Lots of storage, and probably want to invest on like nice bedding and stuff.
Age will buy a big bed, few bookcases filled to the brim with books.
I think this will be the master bathroom, and this will just be the normal one. Actually, no, this one's bigger, so this would be the master. Fuck.
A skeleton.
What?
I don't know why that got me so much. He just pinged a wall in his room and said, "A skeleton." Oh. It should not have gotten me as much as it did. Oh, that is funny.
Should probably buy a bird cage for not a cage, but something for the owl.
A perch is the word you were looking for.
Oh yeah, you have an owl, I forgot. What's he been doing?
He's been in his own plane of existence for quite some time.
Yep. Should probably bring him back up. He's probably pissed off.
And bro, what's going on, man? You haven't used me in like a couple weeks. What's the deal, homie?
We haven't fought in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we've
I mean,
done
I
some-
haven't.
You haven't really done a whole lot of fighting.
We haven't done a whole lot of fighting. Ugh.
Yeah, we got a pretty good game plan for decorating this house.
But not for our main objective of taking down the Syndicate. That's still on the drawing board.
That's what we have half of these rooms for. Planning and building things to kill people with.
Building an army.
We're starting to look like an actual adventuring party. I don't know how many adventuring parties have war rooms, but you know.
Just the incredibly wealthy ones.
Just the incredibly wealthy ones, and that is us. Ooh. It has certainly been a journey figuring this out.
I have so
And now
many
we gotta
pages
go
of
pay
this.
for it. And Cassius also has to figure out how he wants his room to look.
Yeah. I'll
It
probably
is.
message him over the week and figure it out.
Yeah, probably just get him to like describe it. Not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Probably
before we do all that and find our staffing and potentially abduct some children, it's a good place to end the session.